Hey, and Banks, watch me all in the game. Versace, all on the dance. Like, hey, where the party at? Where the blunts and the party at? Hey, where them girls going wild, getting naughty at? That's where I wanna be at. Heaven's the Murgatroyd. Reese's they love your boy. Really adore your boy. Do anything for your boy. They like my Harlem Mystique, the way I party. One day I'm in a 600, the next a Harley. Hey, Kev Mac, we got bitches, we got blunts, we got drink, and we chillin'. Yeah, at the neighborhood party. We got hoes. The neighborhood party. Yeah, that's right. The neighborhood party. Shit, we posted. The neighborhood party. Yeah.
The old players are posted. The young flockers are posted. Mackin' to the pretty girls. Posted at the neighborhood party. Neighborhood party.
What up, Mac kids and maniacs? Sure hate I didn't give you guys no breadwinners, no picks this morning. But yesterday, 3 out of 4, 3 winners, 1 loser. And all the ones that I said probably wouldn't cover but didn't pick, didn't cover. So hopefully I helped you guys out a whole lot yesterday, breadwinners. I apologize for today. I should have gave you guys all them winners today. But nevertheless, that brings our record up to 21 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie in the last 25 picks. So shout out to the breadwinners that have a little faith or have a little money to make a little money. That's indeed a great record, and I'm glad you guys could be a part of witnessing it and hopefully profiting off of it. But I told you about U of H. You said no, ha, ha, ha. Well, actually, U of H is a great team. I mean, me and Rocky talk about University of Houston all year long. The problem with University of Houston was they missing 2 starters, but they've been playing great without the 2 starters. And I believe you're a breadwinner. And if you are a breadwinner, you know what I said yesterday, that Houston would more than likely cover the point spread. But I chose not to pick that game because me and Rocky had Arizona going to the finals. But I said Arkansas will cover as well, Arkansas and Houston. So, I mean, no big thing, Mike Marks. I mean, you can be right. I could be half right. It's all good, my brother. It's all good. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Somebody said North Carolina. We laughed at that. North Carolina's still alive. And Kansas is still alive, but UCLA fell. All my picks and Rocky picks then fell in this last round. Invest your winnings in crypto. Again, for all you crypto fans, all you crypto advertisers, and all you crypto advocates, if that's what you do, that's fine. That's fine. Good luck. Hope you win. And if the breadwinners do win on my picks, that's their right if they want to invest in crypto or not. Kid, why you look so high today? I don't know, man. Probably because I was out in the sun all day. Now my eyes ain't feeling right. This light above me seemed like the sun. It's just all in my eyes. That's the only logical excuse I could have for you, bro. I've been out in the sun all day. Don't I look a little tanned up? I look a little golden today. Like I'm not all pale today like Mr. Goob or King Real or somebody, right? Yeah, I'm a little tanned up. I'm golden right now. Where is my S sign at? What S sign? St. Paul is showing out. Man. Yeah, there was some good games the last 2 days. Very, very good college tournament games the last 2 days. Dang, Paw, what? S-Dome. Oh, yeah, S-Dome. I don't know where your S-Dome is, man. I need a few new S-Domes my damn self, right? I could use a red S-Dome to go along with some of these red KM video hoodies, right? You know this is the original one. This one go way back. Another original. The first series. Kind of cheap, right? But the hoodies are still good though. Yes, St. Peter's is balling out of control. You know, I watched St. Peter's all year, and St. Peter's been very good. They beat a lot of teams they weren't supposed to beat because when you're not the favorite team, when you all odds are against you, if you come out and you knock down your threes and you play a little bit of defense, more times than not, it's going to work out for you. And that's what St. Peter's does. St. Peter's comes out, they knock down their threes, and they play good defense. So shout out to them dudes, man. Number 15 seed playing like a number 2 or 3 seed. That should be commended. Really good team right there and good organization right there. But that coach, man, they got a damn good coach. He's so calm and so cool and collective that it carries over to his team. You see how calm they are under pressure? They get down, they don't change the game, they don't get in a hurry or none of that stuff, right? So they get it from the coach, man. That's how the coach coaches, man. Good dude. They have fun after the game. You see the post-game show? They jumping all over the coach and playing, interacting with the coach. I like locker rooms like that, man. I like teams like that. Big Kev, what it do? What it up? What up, Demon? What's happening with you, man? Magus, what up? Anybody check out the Goob show last night with Omar Bradley Jr.? Man, we had a ball over there, man. So much fun over there, man. I told Goob his last few lives been off the hook, like the last 3. And even the numbers are picking up, right? They're still low because he don't have a lot of subscribers and he don't get a lot of viewers, but they're picking up because it's so fun and so funny over there, man. Reggie Owens was there. What's up, Reg? Reggie Owens chimed in last night. Kenneth Johnson, good looking out, man. I got that cash out, brother. Good looking out. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, brother. King Mike Morris. Goob show was he what? Smoke with Sir Uncle Buck. OG Steve, what up? OG Steve was there last night. I don't know what Goob at. Goob's probably tired, man. All these good shows he been putting together late night. Big Lee, what up, Big Lee? What up, Babyface Lokester, man? You know what? I did that video where I was talking about we need to get the history right. Dudes need to step up to the plate and give more well-rounded interviews and kind of let the youth know about the pitfalls and how walking all these yards wasn't as easy as they make it seem, and they didn't knock down dudes on the yard like they say they did. And when they did, there was consequences and shoe programs and people sticking them. So what I didn't know was I was going to get so many calls and texts and direct messages. People really liked that show. And I'm glad people liked it. I'm glad people took the time to listen to that show and that spiel because it was unrehearsed. And I was a little bit mad at myself because I actually wanted to do a show and have things written down so I could keep it in perspective and keep it on point, more professional. But I'm glad people was receptive to it and liked it and everybody agreed with it. So that was good, man. I'm glad. And I'll consider doing more shows like that. But I don't want to get off into the habit of telling other people what type of conduct they should have or how they should run their platforms or how they should conduct interviews or be interviewed. So I don't want to get into that habit, but I wanted to get that message out. So we can quit acting like we're superheroes, quit acting like we're so tough and we're invincible, because I don't know too many invincible people here on earth, man. We all bleed, we all die. I like to think we all took a loss at some point, right? Peace, Kev. When did your family realize that you were in a gang when you were younger? Well, my brother knew off the top. I think Pops, when I was in high school, I had got kicked out and had to live with Pops. So Pops kind of knew what was going on a little bit. Moms was always naive because Moms worked as a counselor with parolees and probation at-risk youth in Compton, right? So everybody wore like khakis, T-shirts, Pendletons, Charlie Browns, golf hats, croaker sacks, wallabies. So Moms was used to that dress attire, and she was not very judgmental. So Moms is seeing me wear similar stuff to them without the Pendletons. And so, and then she's buying my clothes. You know, when you're a kid, when you're a teenager, more times than not, your parents are buying your clothes, right? And so she knew what my attire was, but she was naive to it. She didn't really want to believe it. She didn't want to see it as gang attire. She just wanted to see it as the what was in at the time. But Moms, even being naive, she knew I was getting in trouble in school, junior high school and high school. And she knew I was writing on walls because she used to see the writing on walls. And she had a problem with that. But even with that said, she never really addressed it as a gang member or her son's a gang in a gang. You know what I mean? She just looked at it like, boy, you're going to get in trouble. And boy, you're running with people that ain't your friend. That's how Moms looked at it. I'm looking good and healthy. I appreciate it. Just a little sunlight, man. You know, I don't get out much. Just a little sunlight. That's all. And actually, I lost a few pounds because I keep telling y'all I was sick, man. I had some issues. I had some dental issues and messed up my blood. And so my blood was not right for a few days and I was vomiting blood. And so I lost a lot of weight because I wasn't eating. And of course, that's why I wasn't going live. Part of the reason why I wasn't going live. So I lost weight, brother. So if I look good, it's just because I was sick and I got a little sunlight. But thanks for the compliment, man. Pacoima Red, what up, homie? So Pacoima Red want me to do a poll. I guess I'll do the poll in the community. I'll do a real poll. But Pacoima Pyru Bloods want to know, how bad do you guys want their history? Do you want the history? And if so, how bad you want it? It's going to be from a founding member of Pacoima Pyru that knows all of Pacoima's origins, the history of the beginning, who was who, what was what, why, when, where, and all that. So be looking out for that poll. I'll post that poll within the next 24 hours. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Good looking out, you guys, for all those comments. Appreciate it. Kev, what the hell is a in-hood? Moms have intuition, but they don't always know exactly what it is. A in-hood is just short for neighborhood, man. Neighborhood. I'm here to listen to their history. I'm sure it's going to be interesting. The one question I always have for Pacoima Pyru is, how are y'all Pyru and Bloods? Of course, back in the day, Pyru and Bloods was synonymous, so it wasn't a difference. But other gangs rarely, if ever, had Pyru and Blood in their name. So would really like to get that information out if you guys aren't already aware of how that name came about. Double S. Keep Claus, what up, homeboy? I noticed you Clipper fans haven't been dissing the Lakers much lately. I assume it got something to do with the Clippers in the number 8 spot and got their ass whooped tonight. And the Clippers are 2 spots ahead of the Lakers. So it's not much to brag about right there, right? Shout out to the UCLA Bruins, man, for making it to the Sweet 16 and start out good, played a good first half. I told Pacoima I didn't think that UCLA could hold up for 40 minutes and win that game. So no surprise there. UNC got too many scores, man. They play hard. They were nervous in the first half, made a lot of mistakes, a lot of turnovers in the first half, which I figured they wouldn't do in the second half. Oh, Keep Close, you don't have to get all upset and get in your feelings, man. Number 1, good looking out. I always wondered how they had a P and a B. Right. I actually had one of my Damu partners, Call of Duty, was in prison with from Pacoima Pyro, and he put one of the founders on the phone. I don't remember his name, but he actually broke it down to me. I just don't remember what he told me, but he broke it down to me. Somebody say Pacoima Project Boys. Okay. Pacoima Project Boys. Okay. And then how did they become Pyru? Somebody from Compton moved to Pacoima. And why Bloods? Because it was already a beater. That boy love for UNC came to play. Absolutely. I should have rocked some North Carolina, right? But I'll go ahead and stick with the Michael Jordan flight, right? He said, don't even say that shit no more, man. Don't be putting his hood out here with that bullshit, right? OG Steve, good looking out, brother. That's a nice powder blue KM video hoodie you got on, brother. Looking swell there, OG Steve. Hope all is well with you and moms, man. What do you think was more active in their prime, the East or West Side Crips? I don't know, man. I'm not even going to get into that debate. Obviously, it started on the East. Obviously, the West Side made the news enough to make the name just blow up. And that's all I could say on that, man. You would have to ask the individuals. I know you said think, but you'd have to ask the individuals that were on deck in the East Side back in the day, and then guys who was on the West Side back in the day. But I can say this, though. A few of the, not a lot, I'm just saying, a few of the original East Side Crips actually hung out on the West Side. Then you have some original East Side Crips that moved to the West Side, you know what I'm saying, from Hoover or to the hundreds or to the 60s, probably the 30s, right? So without the East Side, there would be no West Side. Who is going to win the March Madness tournament, Mac? Well, Gonzaga's not going to win it. Kansas looks like the best to me. My Villanova pick is looking really swell. I know y'all wasn't really hip to Villanova like that. My Duke pick is still good, right? I mean, you know, even with my UCLA going down, let's see what my picks was. My Duke is still alive. My Gonzaga just went down. My UCLA just went down. USC already went down. Villanova's still good. So I still got Duke and Villanova in the running, right? Meanwhile, Rockhead, that knows sports so well and said all our picks wasn't no good, he has Houston still in it. University of Houston is still in it. Real good team right there. I mean, two teams you really don't want to play. One of them would be Houston. But I don't know who's going to win it, man. I honestly don't know who's going to win it. Wait, is Arizona still in it, y'all? I forgot about Arizona. Is they still in it? But remember, I was telling, I told Rockhead, now look, on live, y'all know I told Rockhead Auburn was a fake #1 and they were garbage, right? I told Rockhead this way before we went live with this stuff. Weeks, I'm talking about weeks before, right? He still put Auburn on his 5 to win the tournament. Rockhead is so hard here. That's why his name is Rockhead. I knew damn well somebody say yeah, somebody say no. I can't remember, man. I just straight forgot. I thought Arizona was still in it, but for some reason I left them out of it. All Pac-12 teams have been eliminated. Okay. But I still got 2 in the running, man. I still got Duke and Villanova still in the running, man. So we'll see what's up. Villanova got a tough game next game, though. It's going to be a tough one. Oh, yeah, Houston beat them. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Who interviewed? Oh, Rockhead is crazy with his pick. He has some good picks, but he's so arrogant and so confident. And he was supposed to come on live with me yesterday. Obviously, he must have been hurt because he didn't come on, and he didn't call me today to come on. But I still got 2 teams up in there. I know some of y'all might have 2 teams still in there as well. Prediction on Raiders record this upcoming season. It's a little too early for me to be predicting that right now, King Leo. But picking up the wide receiver, Adams from Green Bay, was pretty smart, good move. I'm trying to figure out what the hell Miami Dolphins are doing. Like, why do you need Tyreek Hill? And now you're bragging about you got 2 of the fastest receivers in the history of the NFL. What's your quarterback going to do? I mean, let's figure that out first. Who's going to throw in the ball? Who's going to get him the ball? The whip is all right, man. And it ain't nothing special, man. I, got out in the sun and washed and waxed it today, but that's all. Dolphins gonna be good. Dolphins, they say that every year, so I'm not gonna believe that shit until I see it. Only thing the Dolphins do every year is beat New England Patriots. Other than that, they don't do nothing but let people down. I'm not biting into that one, bro. I would be surprised if Brady go to Miami. I would be very surprised. He probably hates Miami with a passion. I'm just glad Villanova beat Michigan. I told y'all Michigan wasn't going nowhere. To everybody that said Michigan, garbage, boo-boo. Michigan State, garbage, boo-boo. But Rockhead is so happy. He is so happy that Gonzaga lost. I mean, he is going crazy about that, right? But so what? Duke is still there. He said Duke wasn't going to do nothing. He said Duke wouldn't even make it this far. So what? Sometime we right, sometime we not. Man, if Brady somehow goes to Miami, sheesh, I doubt it. I highly doubt that. What if Brady goes back to New England? Probably Turtle Wax. I don't remember. I just grabbed the one that I was most familiar with. I don't know the name of it. Coming to green. I think it's Turtle, though. I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm not jumping out the window. We'll see what happens, right? Brady is on the Bucks, but from my understanding, Brady's trying to play 3 more years, man. The Raiders trying to stack their team, Mac. I mean, that's cool. The Raiders always look like they can do something, but that organization, man, that's a horrible organization. You ever think of making a Twitch channel? I don't know nothing about Twitch, man. I never thought about a Twitch channel because I don't know nothing about Twitch. Only Twitch I know about is when smokers used to have that smokers Twitch. When they come up, their mouth all twisted up, and they doing like the smoker dance, like they pyro walking in one spot, like they got to piss or something. That's the only Twitch I know about. Excuse me, Kev Mac, is it true that Barefoot Pookie passed? Absolutely not. And please don't recycle that misinformation. Twitch is mostly for online gaming. Okay. Yeah, I don't do no online gaming. Wow, just skipped over the Monster Cody question. Do you miss him? If you didn't know him or weren't friends with him, that's fine. Say that. Well, I appreciate you telling me what to do. I appreciate you taking time to understand that I can't see every comment in the comment section and don't have time to answer every single question in the comment section. But very nice of you to tell me what to say. And you think you're going to get an answer after that shit? You got me effed up. And you want to try it again? That's on you. Mac, do number one ever wants to do an interview? I don't know, man. I've never spoken to number one. I've asked Jimmy Lavender to get in touch with him for me, and nothing happened. First King or Barbie Coast back in the day? Barbie Coast. You ever hit a big NFL parlay, Kev? Absolutely. Hit a bunch of them. Domain Henry, what up? Breadwinner. Had to know him to interview him like that. Every Crip misses Monster. Okay, thank you for your answer, Joseph. But yeah, I mean, shit, we interviewed him, right? I interviewed him a few times, actually. How much is gas in Vegas? About $5.48 for the cheap, $5.68 for the middle one. You ain't got away. I just loosened your chain a little bit. You still mine. Wow, Brian, you got Crystal on lock like that? Kelmac, is King T from Pacoima then? Yeah, he said he's from Pacoima. You mean from Pacoima, Peru, or just from Pacoima? Boy, everybody on Crystal tonight. Huh? What Crystal done that I don't know about? She done showed y'all a little something? Showed y'all some cleavage, some nipples? What has Crystal done that got you guys on Crystal's bra strap tonight? Please fill me in. I would like to know that gossip. Whatever. I thought he was from Compton all this time. Yeah, we all did, man. We all thought he was from Compton, and we all thought he was a Compton Crip. He grew up in Lakeview Terrace, according to Pacoima Red. Yeah, we all seem to think he was from Compton and a Compton Crip, man. That's the beauty of kevmacvideos, man. We get that shit up out of these dudes, man. We get that fresh information that has people talking, and that was one of them. Crystal has body. Do she? I don't know, man. I don't know about that shit, man. Crystal's just a great moderator. How many channels you moderate for, Crystal? Like you probably got more renters than a Jamaican mechanic. Didn't even know Pacoima Pyrus was still active. Who said that? Lucky 323. What it is, Big Keith, VOE Stretch Queens in the building. All right. Another New Yorker. That's what's up. Double OG Kev Mac. Let me ask you this. Is the bully too pretty Kenny speak about? Did he really exist? Because I'm getting mixed reviews about the bully. Yes, he really existed because several people have spoke about bully and said Too Pretty Kenny was speaking real about bully. The only thing that I'm confused about is seems like Corner Pocket claims him, seems like Front Hood claims him, and then they say he didn't gangbang. That's the only thing I'm confused about. But yeah, Bully existed. Bully was an older dude. Bully's son actually sent me a picture of Bully and told me he was his son. And he thanked me and Too Pretty Kenny for keeping his father's legacy alive. But he's supposed to really know how to fight, really had hands. But in doing my research and talking to his son, the bully was actually a lot older than all them guys. So of course they were scared of him. Of course he had game. Bully was a grown man hanging out with teenagers, making teenagers shoot dice with him and taking their lunch money and checking their pockets and ripping their shirts and coats off their back, right? Because he was older. I believe he was a year older than Raymond Washington, if I remember correctly. I was wondering how much older he was than them. Well, Too Pretty Kenny is like a 1957 baby. So he had Too Pretty Kenny by about 5 years. So he had Bam by about 6 years, I guess. So Bully was an older cat, man. The Bully story is legendary. Thank you, Kev, man. Like I say, man, y'all can thank Too Pretty Kenny for that. Cause I had never heard of Bully. So I would have never asked Too Pretty Kenny or nobody else about the bully. Remember the classic line, where's Bully at now? Bully dead. Because you know where I was going with it. When I heard the name Bully and he that hard, I need to find this dude. Like, I want to see if he's really as hard as people say he is. Like Alfred Pygmy, Alfred Trotter. Like, Trotter's like legendary. They say Trotter was hard as hell, like, and had hands. When I met Trotter, he's so little, so tiny. I'm like, wow, this little dude was causing havoc. Little dude, man. But size don't always mean nothing because a lot of the guys that put in the most work in prison was little guys. A lot of little guys are good with their hands, man. Knives, boxing, fighting, stealing, that type of stuff. You should interview Jamel Barnes. Oh, good looking out, bro. You right. I never thought of that. I'm going to call him up and see if he'll do an interview. Never thought of that one. The little dude be the first to take off. Wow. I don't know about all that, but it be a lot of little dudes to stay down. They talk a lot. They start a lot, but they indulge. They engage. All right, Christopher Davis, we tired of you now, bro. That's enough, man. This your only warning, bro. Like, save your next comment for the next live. All right, bro. How do I sign up for the game picks? You give out Go to KM Video Live Streams main page, click on community, and then click on the link in the messages that I post. Got you, Big Lee. Got you, Big Lee. Super small. He was skilled and chiseled like Bruce Lee. That's what's up, number one. Mac, your platform is legendary. Niceness. Good looking out, brother. I appreciate it. K Mac, the homie Bad Luck from Trey 57 said it's good. Told him about you. You told Bad Luck about me? Are you sure you told him about me? K Mac. Sands, good looking out, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Bad Luck is my partner, man. Any further interest toward looking into Diego Hoods or something? Yes, Joseph. Yes, absolutely. It's just been hard, brother. It's been hard, man. Just bear with me on that one. Eyeball, man. If you don't leave them shrooms alone, if you don't leave that meth, that syrup, I'm not even going to give you fentanyl. I'm going to say you on Tylenol. If you don't leave that Tylenol alone, man. No, I'm not related to Raymond Watson. Not by blood, not by nothing, but Crip. I got a lot of respect and admiration for that guy, though, man. But, you know, Kev, did you ever experience any type of resistance on your journey because this niche of yours was kind of like taboo once? Absolutely, bro. That's a great question. And you obviously know it was taboo once upon a time. Yeah, we got a lot of resistance, but not only resistance, like Sir Nipsey said. You know, I was talking to Nipsey one time, and Nipsey said, Kev Mac, man, you know it's a lot of homies hating on you for that magazine. I'm like, really? I ain't never heard no shit like that. Like, why? What are they saying? He said, because they said you putting too much info out there in the streets. I'm like, wow, that's crazy because we not even going to be in these streets too much longer. You know what I mean? And he just wanted me to know that. Like, there were people that were talking about putting information out on the streets. There's still a few older cats. Younger cats are all with it. Like, everybody want to get on and tell a story now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to tell a story now. But yeah, it was taboo, and it was. I had several run-ins, several confrontations, but no violence. Several different hoods had an issue. But let me tell you something. I mean, since you asked, part of the problem, and I don't mean any disrespect to any individual or our people or nothing like that, but once upon a time, you put out a magazine, you cover somebody's hood. You put a female on the cover. These ignorant, non-educated, hateful dudes say, she ain't even from my hood. Nigga, that ain't how magazines work. Magazines don't work like that. Like, just whoever's on the cover, it doesn't mean the whole magazine's about that person and vice versa. Whatever's in the magazine doesn't mean that person on the cover's from your hood. Another issue I had was a lot of people thought I was a white guy pimping the culture, had known nothing about it, had a 4-year college education, and had a mansion in Beverly Hills. Like, how stupid can you be? Because you see a damn magazine that's not even on newspaper racks or in stores. So you just automatically assume I'm white when I have a picture of me in all the issues. Like, do you open up the pages? Can you read? Can you see? So yeah, so a lot of the issues was because of people's ignorance. People weren't very literate. didn't think rational. Hatred excelled in their heart. And so, yeah, I had a lot of that. But now, like I was saying earlier, it feels so good when the older homies, the G dudes with big names from Crips and Bloods, call me and embrace me, or call me and compliment what I'm doing, or a show that we had, or an interview that we had. So, yeah, man, it's totally different now. But yeah, a lot of adversity at first. Absolutely, ball game. The cover was marketing. It's promotional for the model, but for me, it was just to get people attention. Are you related to the light skinned dude on the picture with Tooks? Warlock? I don't know if I don't know, man, but I doubt it. I don't know how many other kids my granddaddies had. I don't know how many other cousins and uncles I got. So I don't know, man. That's the best answer I could give you. I don't know, man. Kev, what you think about all these robberies in Beverly Hills? Same thing. I've been thinking that people are living in poverty. People need money to buy drugs. People need fast money to keep up with the Joneses, meaning jewelry, cars, fresh designer clothes, Instagram, make the Instagram pop, bragging rights. So it's just gotten out of hand. And them dudes, if y'all going to Hollywood and you're going to Beverly Hills, Century City and stuff like that, Malibu, and you're going to keep robbing people, man, you got a rude awakening coming if you rob a white person and you get caught, man. Because we've been accustomed, the law and law enforcement has taught us as black men in the inner city in LA, you don't go out your community and rob white people, man. That's the issue because now you pose a threat to the white community and they don't want that. So be careful. It's cameras everywhere. Everybody got Ring and ADT. And the streets got cameras on top of some of the light poles and the traffic lights. So just be careful, man, if that's what you're into. But a lot of us came up robbing people, man. A lot of us jacked people. That was just part of the culture, man, and part of hustle, especially if you don't have a hustle or you need money right away. It's people that need their rent paid. So it's going to happen. It's going to keep happening until they get rid of money. I don't know about a lot of blacks living in Beverly Hills now. That's cool if they do. I don't know what a lot is. What's the black population in Beverly Hills? Let's look that up. Because I'm out the loop if it's a lot. I know it's some entertainers. $665 blacks. 1.9%. 1.9% of the population is black in Beverly Hills. That's even worse if you go into Beverly Hills to rob another black man or a black woman. That's even colder because now you coming out your community to rob one of your own just because they made it out the hood. That's even more horrible. Yeah. That Westwood murder shook a lot of things up, but I tell people all the time, before that, the 84 Olympics shook up a lot of stuff. That's really when it started. Then even before that, remember when Reagan came with his theatrics? That's really when it started. But growing up where I grew up, you knew, are you older than Little Looney's older than me by 3 months. Same year, 3 months older than me. But we grew up knowing Culver City, we were in trouble. Beverly Hills, we're in trouble. Century City, we're in trouble. What's that spot out there by San Pedro? Rich people out by San Pedro? Pacific Coast Highway? Black Warrior Spirit, what up? Yeah, Dare Air. Torrance. Yep, Torrance was a problem as well. Absolutely. Torrance was definitely a problem. There you go, Palos Verdes. Right. Thank you for that. Palos Verdes was a problem. Palos Verdes was a little different, though. Signal Hill was a problem. Am I 52? Nah, I'm about to be 54, man. Peter Arnold. You run a background check on me. You trying to get the right person when you do your research. That All Hood publication was nice, Kev for sure. Good looking out, Black Warrior Spirit. View Park is a problem at night, too. Right now, View Park is, man, that's nursery school in View Park right now. View Park back in the day, if you were a gang member or you was a young black with a t-shirt on or a nice car, it was a little bit of a problem. But nowadays, really, View Park, you be pressed to even see a sheriff car in View Park nowadays. It's a trip how the rich live so close to the hood out there. You got to drive a little bit to get to them out here in Dallas. Well, where my sister live, I'm not sure what part of town that is. I want to say North Houston. Where she live at, they live in apartments, right? Apartment buildings. Then they got ran down apartment buildings. It's all in the same community, but different owners own the different buildings, right? You can see like the brick walls, somebody own them. The ones with the swimming pools, somebody else own them, right? But you got some nice ones, then you got some raggedy ones that's ran down. But guess what? You look out her front door or you look over the gate, man, hey, rich as hell. So I beg to differ, bro. It just depends where you live at, where you're centered or where the rich people are centered. Because where my sister live at, it's just a gate, homie. It's a wooden gate separating the poor from the rich. And when I say rich, these dudes got acres, man. These dudes got huge backyards, cars back there, swimming pools back there, big gigantic trees. They got those lawnmowers that you get on and drive. So I don't know, bro. I don't know about that statement, brother. It was a dude I knew in Cali. He said he was loony from 60, but he had blonde hair. Blonde hair. All right. Kev Mac, you know C-Mac's new manager. I don't know him by name or face. I don't know, bro. Yo, there's projects in Palos Verdes, legit projects. Gentrified Atlanta, ugly condo next to Old Bondo. North Dallas is the rich side. Okay. But what up, though, man? What y'all want to talk about, man? Y'all got any topics? Gentrified Atlanta. Okay. He said Dallas, Big Kev, not Houston. Oh, my bad. My bad. Got you. My bad. I haven't spent any significant time in Dallas, man. Dallas is a town that I just rolled through. Never kicked it in Dallas. I was talking to two of my nieces about that today, Kira. Maybe 4th of July, maybe Thanksgiving. I don't know. I don't know yet. I hope your dental sorts out soon and you get well. Dental pain is some of the worst, along with lower back pain. Well, you know I got major lower back pain. That's never going to go away. Double OG Kev. I appreciate it if you take the double OG off, but Kev, you always credit Alex Alonso with his just due respectfully. But believe me when I say you authenticated it, and I'm sure he will say the same. It wasn't cool to watch Street Gangs until KMV. I'm not sure he would say the same. I beg to differ. But the difference is obvious. Unfortunately, as I talk to viewers, I've come to learn that viewers really have a hard time digesting what they're watching. A lot of people say our platforms are the same. Remember, a lot of people used to say, I copy this platform. But really, his platform, he used to interview little kids, immature kids, kids selling CDs out their trunk, kids that hoped or wished to be a rapper. He wasn't indulging in the history like we do. He wasn't really getting down to the nitty gritty. And even when he did, like, go back and watch his old interviews. He wasn't worried about where a person went to school. He wasn't worried about the geographics. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't worried about when a hood started and why. So there was a major difference, but some people just didn't know it. And I think the popularity of kevmacvideos did have a lot of people watching Street Gangs or Street TV. But I will say this. Street TV is what everybody was watching at some point because there was no other gang channels to watch. So, I mean, that's just what it is, man. You can give me props. You can give him props. You could say who authenticated what, who was first, whatever. Bottom line is, Street Gangs was the most popular YouTube channel for gangs, as was his website. Actually, yeah, Chris, you're right. Alex is an academic. He had a different angle until he saw the YouTube money that historical content could provide. Well, let me tell you something about that. For those that follow Street TV on Instagram. Now, if you follow him closely and you remember when he first starting to get history, right? He was live on his Instagram and he said the history interviews don't draw numbers. And so he wanted to keep doing the younger guys that was hoping to be a rapper someday. He said that. That was on his Instagram. He was shitting on gang history. So I'm not so sure about that statement either, bro. I don't think that he saw there was money in history of street gangs. I think he realized that the history of street gangs was becoming more catchy and catching people's eye, and people were tuning into that. But his big stretch interview, and he had another interview I thought was good and really had a lot of people tuned in. I know I don't watch a lot of videos, but I tuned in to Stretch and some other cat he had on there. So, yeah, man, but people are more interested in the younger guys and what's present. I mean, to each his own. Some people like present, some people like young, some people like past, some people like old. Everybody has their own preferences. It might have been G Active. Yeah, it was G Active. Brittany Hampton, what's up, girl? Oh, Brittany Hampton sneaking up in here watching old Kev Mac. Sure, good looking out. We in Egypt are looking to adopt Kev Mac for the long term as a retirement destination. We are sunny with palm trees. All right. Street Gangs Forum was legendary for street information. Absolutely it was. There's no doubt about it. With that said, I was a contributor in that forum, and SMAC was a major contributor in that forum, as was some of you guys. So even though that's Alonzo's creation and it was popular and we all knew Alonzo, it feels good to know we was part of that movement as well. You know, we helped grow that platform and make it popular. And when I say we, I'm talking about all of us collectively, the participants of his forum. Southside, what up? Yes, he did interview a lot of youngsters, man. I just be trying to tell y'all the real. And if you already know, then you know I'm telling the real. But if I'm off, just let me know I'm off. But I pretty much know this genre, like I was saying in that live that I did. Alex just pull up on guys walking down the street. That's cold, man. That's so cold. I remember somebody said that somebody was at the post office jumping out bushes to interview Whack 100. Man, I thought that was hilarious, man. Babyface Loxa, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Kev, you know, even when you were selling the magazine, most people wasn't using the internet yet. Facts. Right, absolutely, of course. I know that to be true. When did YouTube come out? Like, what year was YouTube? I know I dropped the magazine in 05. Ball game, tell Big Dev I said, what's up, man? 2006? I rest my case, man. 2007, I believe. Because that's when I went and got that Nugget interview, man. Man, I don't know who them boys was, man. 2006, 06, 07. All right, somewhere in that range. The magazine was 05, though. It got the date on the magazine. Plus, I threw a big party. I threw a function for that magazine in August of 05. I had a big function, man. Some Southsiders from East LA showed up. Some rappers showed up. Yo-Yo flaked on me and didn't show up. I was trying to get Yo-Yo to perform and sign some autographs, but she flaked on me. That's why you never hear me speak on her or speak highly of her. In that OG Sinbad interview. Yeah, OG Sinbad. I wonder how Sinbad's doing. He'd be a good guy to go back and revisit. Now that I know so much more about the era in which he was speaking of. Yeah, Nugget led a lot of people to this channel. Good looking out, Sean. Which guy is it? Young Sinbad or the old man? The one with the red shirt on. Yeah, one was a chain gang, one was Inglewood family. Or actually, the dark Sinbad, the first one, I think he was claiming that he was a baby chain gang and a Inglewood family. Whereas the older Sinbad, KP, chain gang and quit, got away from it young. He didn't get wrapped up in it like everybody else. I don't have no next interviews lined up. I'm pretty much done for now. I don't have anything in the chamber. Actually, we got one interview in the chamber, but that's already been conducted. But he don't want to put it out because he say he dropped a lot of names. So I'm not even gonna tell you who it is. But other than that, I don't have nothing lined up, man. I got other things going on, other things I need to worry about. It's too hard for me to do VNG and West Boulevard, man, because those two are two of the earliest interviews that I've been working on and still haven't got. So just too much time going by. And I don't like to just waste time contemplating and negotiating an interview. I mean, you going to do the interview or you're not going to do the interview. But West Boulevard's got all my respect. They're welcome anytime. Never had a bad thing to say about West Boulevards. VNGs, I was in touch with several VNGs that I'm no longer in touch with. So it is what it is. Mumpy never got back in the seat for another interview. No, but he always say he is. He just haven't. Good looking out, Brittany. Do you know any Millers, Kev? I know a few Millers, but they not doing no interviews, though. And I actually had an Athens. I had the Athens Park guy that robbed Jerry Dunphy. I actually had him on deck. He's related to Pretty Boy. And he wanted to do an interview, and for whatever reason, our timing wasn't right. From my understanding, dude got arrested and he's facing all day. So, yeah, I hate I missed that interview, but it might be a blessing because you already know if he came on kevmacvideos and then he got a life sentence, y'all was going to be blaming Kevmac. So, might be a blessing that he didn't make it to kevmacvideos. Hopefully, he beats his case and get back out. Pretty Boy's interview kind of was interesting. It got a lot of people watching. Pretty Boy's interview actually made him famous. Now, every time I see Pretty Boy on somebody else's channel, I just cringe like, ooh. Like, Pretty Boy, don't overexpose yourself, brother. Like, you got a hell of a story to tell. You can actually be worth more if you play the back than trying to play the front all the time. Like, don't do it. Like, some people are meant to be everywhere, meant to be on all the platforms and talk a lot. But there's some dudes that need to just calm down, play the back, don't talk themselves into any trouble, just talk themselves into a movie deal, right? I learned a lot of Black Los Angeles history just watching these interviews. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm glad. I met a young 60 today from LA and Dallas. Homie is a USC grad and a lawyer. Really? Well, tell homie the homies need that good lawyer, man, out here in the land. Tell the homie that. Is there any way you could edit all the little Doc interviews and upload them like things he said the system using against him? Just leave those out and edit and upload them all. I mean, in the best interest of anybody facing a criminal case that has done an interview on kevmacvideos, I mean, it's just best to leave as is. Let's see what happens with this case. It's no hurry to have that video out. I mean, let's hope the brother beat his case. Let's hope he get out. And that's what it is, man. Oh, yeah, that was funny when he said that. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all now, right? I wanted Monster Cody and Nugget to get together, right? Because Nugget is a pretty credible guy, or a very credible guy. And he gives his stories from his standpoint, his recollection and how he views it, right? His perception. When I seen Monster Cody said, yeah, Nugget lied in that interview, man. Nugget lying, man. And I'm like, damn, like, you need to sit down with Nugget. He's like, yeah, man, I'll get around to that. But, of course, we never got around to it, right? All of them 60s, yeah, that was funny. Yeah, that's a trip. You know what, though? When you guys watch these videos, I'm sure you know by now, but I'm going to say it anyway. Some of these interviews, names are mentioned, they don't mean absolutely nothing to you. You hear a name and you don't even think twice about that name. But now, after years and years and the library built up, you hear a name and then you're like, damn, where did I hear that name before? Now you got to wonder, is that the same guy that Hawk was talking about or Nugget was talking about or Monster Cody was talking about? And usually it is, because in this gang history in LA, the same names pop up over and over. That's what I used to try to explain, that I have a pattern of how I conduct the majority of my interviews. And these are well-known name guys in good standing. Yeah, they may have a blemish on their record. I mean, who doesn't? But for the most part, these are the names that rang bells in greater Los Angeles area, right? Or in Crip and Blood history. So yeah, usually when you hear a name, it's usually the same guy in somebody else's story. Where things differ at is chocolate. There was an East Side chocolate and a West Side chocolate. Tookie talks about one in his book. AC Babalu talks about one on the East Side. Two different chocolates. But for the most part, same people. And then a lot of you guys that really don't know this history and stuff like that, you guys always confuse Monster from Hoover with Monster from Gangster. Them two different gangs, two different dudes. So when you guys talk about Big U meeting Monster and Monster meeting Big U, and you guys question which one's lying and why is he lying? Why is he denying it? He must have got his ass beat, or maybe he got his ass beat. No, pay attention. Monster from Hoover, Monster from Gangster. Monster Cody, Monster from Hoover. Two different guys. So that's what's up. Man. Yeah, a lot of good stories on here. Maybe we should talk about some of the favorite stories you guys have out of these videos one night. In Tookie's book, he mentions the Budlong Crips twice. If he went to jail in 79, why do everybody think the Riga boys came first and turned into Budlong? Because it's the same area, same street, same area. Your interviews validated a lot of stories we heard coming up. Those hood legend names and stories. You know, I used to say it all the time, man. I wanted to bring names and faces to the platform. I think we achieved that goal already. I think everybody knows the pattern now. I just hate, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Just like I don't like people sending me their music or sending me their video and asking me what I think about their music or can I watch this video and leave a comment. I don't like a nigga that want to come on kevmacvideos and we ain't heard of you. We don't know who the hell you are, and you're insignificant in Crip and Blood history. Not insignificantly totally, but I'm saying in the bigger picture. Because if you gangbang, you are significant. You're significant if you are an actual member from your hood. You are significant in the history, your participation. whether it was genocide or not, is appreciated. But certain names from certain hoods rang bells. Certain dudes made names for themselves on the streets or in prison. A lot of guys aren't that. A lot of guys are not that. A lot of guys aren't that. And it would be nice if you guys would appreciate and give me the chance to ask you if you want to come on. Right? Because I need filler ins. I can use a nobody here or there. I could use a guy that's not reputable here or there. I could use a celebrity or somebody with a story, somebody that's trying to plug their music or whatever here and there. But I would be wrong to take a nobody that hasn't been to prison, didn't do no work, not even one of the top 100 from your hood, and put you alongside Rebo, Monster Cody, Mumpy, Craig Munson. You know what I'm saying? Killer Wayne. I think that just wouldn't be right, man. I don't think that would be right, bro. Did you or S ever get Black Dog interview from 111 before he passed? No. Black Dog told me he would do an interview. A lot of people are surprised that I say that, but yeah, me, Boo Boo from Q102 East Coast, and my homeboy Roscoe, rest in peace, was together. We ran across Black Dog, and I asked Black Dog. He kind of shunned me off the first time. The second time, ran across him in his hood, and he said, yeah. He said he'll do it. He died probably 2 weeks after that, maybe. So no, we never got that. But I did. I was in the county jail with Black Dog once. I got a little Black Dog story, but I don't know if it's worth sharing in an actual story or not. Plus, the Southsiders ain't gonna believe it and might feel disrespected. So I don't really want to put that out there like that. Finally got time to catch you live. Eric, good looking out. Appreciate it, bro. Hopefully you won off them 3 out of 4 winners yesterday. Man, got a cold win streak going on right now. Well, not really a streak like undefeated but overall, the numbers are real good right now. I gotta update it too. Need a Timmy Rue interview. If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to say it was Timmy Rue, but I believe it was Timmy Rue that didn't show up. That stood me up all day. Didn't show up. Never returned my call. Never apologized. I'm not trying to interview that guy if that's the same guy. Yeah, he got a great story. He's reputable. His name ring. He's the truth, but I don't know, man. I'm a little more respectful than that. If I got an interview with you, I'm going to call you and tell you I can't make it or I'm running late. I'm a damn sure call you and apologize. So that's what that is, man. I think it was, I want to say Lil Timmy Rue. But I'm not sure. I don't know, man. I don't know if it was big or little. Playboy Gangsta Crips was a good one. Jesse James spoke very well, and I always liked the Menlo one as well. Nobody talks about the Menlo one. The Menlo one was kind of good. I think all of them are kind of good, to be honest with you. But when they fresh off the press, I think they're great. I think they'd be some great interviews. Until the next one come out, I'll be like, oh shit, this one's better or more interesting. I don't think we'll ever see a Lil Fee interview. Yep, the Manila one was fire. Okay. Kev, have you seen all the NFL offseason moves this season? No, I've seen a few. I haven't seen them all, but I've seen a few. I really like Sparks' interview, man. I like Sparks' interview. I think it was great. I've had probably more complaints about the Sparks interview than any recent interview. And to me, they're just nitpicking. I think Sparks did great, man. I like it personally. I like it. I thought the information was well. I thought he spoke well. I thought he answered all the questions good. But some of the people that wasn't feeling that interview is because in their head they don't understand what's going on because they don't know history. They don't understand history like that. I had two guys tell me that Raymond Washington was still in prison in 78. That's not true. I had somebody tell me Raymond Washington didn't get out to 79 and died as soon as he got out. That's far from the truth. That's way off. That's 3 or 4 years off. When you correct somebody's interview, at least have the facts. Especially if you call KevMac, because we can't, or just call Sparks. Have that conversation with Sparks. But no, Sparks was right. Sparks said what he said. He know. Sparks know. He know what he said. But then you had other people that thought Sparks should have had a better message to bringing older Crips together and a better message for the younger Crips not to be part of this type of stuff. So, and not to me, that ain't no bad thing. Yeah, he probably could have did better, but I like to say blame that on me. If I didn't ask the right question, he wasn't going to talk about it. But so blame me. But I don't know why everybody's nitpicking on Sparks. There's a lot of other interviews they could nitpick, man. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100, bro. Or maybe I'm biased. I don't know. I might be biased, but there's a lot of people who you could pick their interview apart. You feel me? Cat Caesar was brilliant. I agree with that. Cat Caesar's underrated. Anything named Caesar is underrated, right? Because the Caesars, they speak calmly. They're reserved. No extras. No preservatives, as Monster Cody would say. So people don't really tune into a Cat Caesar and a Little Caesar like they probably should. Because those dudes are more truthful than a lot of people, more accurate than a lot of people, and actually offer a little extra information that others don't offer. Shout out to OG Cuse, man. OG Cuse wanted me to go live today, so he'll have something to watch on his lunch break, man. Shout out to OG Cuse. You seen little Vince from West Side? Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever thought about how LA gangs went to other states, being that a lot of original members was originally from other states? Because most of the people back then moved from the South out. Have you ever thought about how LA gangs? Of course, man. I mean, but we know the answer. They went to other states because they wanted to sell drugs at a higher price, more profit, and they could go out of town because they had a grandmother or a cousin or uncle or auntie down south. Yeah, I think about it all the time, especially when you was trying to move weight out of town. You trying to figure out why you don't have no relatives down south, or which one of your homies do have relatives down south. It was the drugs, brother. Yeah, I think about it all the time. That's how LA Crips and Bloods got down, man, because, you know, when you talk to dudes in certain states, 2 or 3 different states, I'm not going to say no names, they tend to think they had the cheapest drug prices. They tend to think they had all the dope coming in off the shore. But I'm telling you, man, I am telling you, LA prices was cheaper and you can make more out of state. That's why Crips and Bloods went to other states, brother. Trust me on that. If dudes in other states knew how much money Crips and Bloods was making off of them, they probably wouldn't even allow Crips and Bloods to even come out there, set up shop, and distribute kilos and ounces for them high prices. And stepped on too, because in LA the quality was way better. LA dudes stepped on it and then went out of town, or went out of town with it and then stepped on it. So if you, even with the weed, remember when they was calling it hydro and all that shit? Man, dudes in LA was selling you the cheaper weed for high prices. I'm just saying, man, definitely facts, brother. I mean, you're not talking to a square. I just don't want to throw it all out there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a square. Yeah, Venezuela, I thought was epic. If Bird would have calmed down a little, would have been even better. But Cisco did his thing, man. Us, what does that say, man? You socks K? Good looking out, brother. Appreciate it. Hey, remember that show Peacemaker with dude was trying to stop Hood's beef? Yeah, I remember. Malik. That was Malik, man. That was Ice-T and them show. Yeah, I remember. Good looking out, CB, on the comment, man. Yeah, my eyes is bothering me, man. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, man. Y'all tell me what y'all want to talk about in the next show, man, so I could get something together for y'all, right? Hey, man, the classic part about Rusty interview was the brothers. When the brothers was going at it, that was classic. That was very classic, man. Kev, can you speak on Killer Martin from Altadena Block video? Did I know it was fire? I don't really know what to say about Killer Martin. I just know he was drunk as hell, and I was tired of him talking about Altadena Block though. I mean, I said to myself, if this nigga Altadena blocked me one more time, I'm gonna have to ask his homies if me and Killer Wayne could have a fair one. And no, he gotta stay drunk when we get out. He gotta stay drunk. Cause I can't fight him sober. Nigga, my back and my knees is not gonna allow me to go head up with Killer Wayne sober. I mean Killer what's his name? Shit, now I'm the drunk one, right? Killer Martin. But Killer Martin, man, he was turned all the way up. I'm still on the yard. I was like, whoa, shit. That was a classic line, though. But it was a little crazy, too, at the same time, right? But that nigga said, I'm still on the yard. But if it wasn't for Killer Martin, we wouldn't know Rockhead Swahili name, right? Kiswa. We wouldn't know Kiswa. Funniest or strangest KMV interviews, most obscure or abstract KMV interview. I'll start. That was children. That was a good one, man. That was children. I don't know if I could beat that one, man. Well, he said Kisu, and that was wrong. Kisu's a knife. It was Kiswa. It's not Kisu. Kisu's a knife. Killer Martin got the name wrong. Kiswa is a Swahili name. But all right, good night, y'all, man. Thanks for the super chats, man. I appreciate you guys, man. I really appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for tuning in. 180 is a pretty good number for a late Friday night. That's what's up. I'm going to have to do something special soon, man. Maybe for my birthday or something. We got to turn up. But y'all take it easy, man. Much love, much love. Stay focused, stay safe. Tell your loved ones you love them. I'm out. Oh, I got some stories coming up. I just haven't had the right time. Plus, you know, my camera broke after I interviewed Slick. So I had to send the camera back to the factory, and they fixed it. They sent me an email and a text message today. The camera will be here the end of next week. So at the end of next week, I could get back to putting a couple of videos up for y'all. I got about 5 stories I want to tell. All right, peace, y'all.